Okay, hi everybody. Welcome. We are going to kick off AI language learning with Anada Lakra from BoldVoice.
All right. Hi everyone, I'm Anada from BoldVoice. Imagine a world where everybody speaks clear and confident English, no matter where they're from. With BoldVoice, we're making that a reality. There are over 1 billion non-native English speakers in the world, and that's 4 times as many as native speakers. And it shouldn't be a surprise because English is a global language of business and a must-have in today's job market. However, there's one big problem. Speaking English clearly and confidently is really hard. Your accent from your native language, unfortunately, can get in the way of clear and confident communication in English. And this can have a really high price. Having a non-native accent can make you up to 16% less likely to get hired or promoted. And unfortunately, over the course of your career, that means hundreds of thousands of dollars left on the table. BoldVoice fixes this. With BoldVoice, we've created an AI speech coach that helps everyone speak clear and confident English through expert coaching and AI. Our product is different from anything you've seen in the market because we mix what's best about humans with what's best about AI. So we start with the experts, and at BoldVoice, we work with the very best of them. On the app, we have videos from Hollywood accent coaches, and we create customized training plans for every user based on who they are and their native language. And we supplement all of this with AI. We have a cutting-edge speech recognition model where users speak and instantly get graded on everything they said and get precise recommendations for how they can improve it. But enough with me talking, let's actually see it in action.
Let's begin. Record yourself saying the word below.
Stop.
That's my voice.
That wasn't quite right. Listen carefully to how I say it and then compare it to how you said it. Stop.
Stop.
All right, I heard there was a mistake. I can see the breakdown of all the sounds. I can even see how to make that sound that I'm struggling with.
Stop.
Well done. Good improvement.
And now I can repeat it. I can say it again with all that feedback and get it right this time. But it doesn't stop there. We're taking this to the next level, and we're actually implementing a LLM model to allow you to have something that's never been done before, which is to have interactive back and forth conversations on any topic that you want. So imagine I have a job interview tomorrow. I can go on BoldVoice and I can practice exactly that scenario with a verbal communication partner and get feedback on everything that I say. But instead of me talking, once again, let me show you how it works with a networking scenario. So here I'm gonna pick a networking scenario. I'm going to get some speech goals for this conversation.
Hey there, my name is Kai. What brings you to this networking event today?
Again, my voice.
Nice to meet you. I'm just here to meet some new people.
So it instantly transcribe what I say, grades it. It's telling me I have a mistake on meet. I can say it again, get a high score. Great, I can go back. My score just increased, and now I can keep going.
That's great. Networking events are perfect for that.
So I cut this for the sake of time, but it keeps going back and forth. I can talk for however long I want, and in the end, I get a summary of everything I said with precise feedback on my takeaways and what I can improve. So imagine having this before you go and have those tough conversations in real life and how much confidence this can build. So basically what we've created with BoldVoice is a speech coach in your pocket. Today, only the top executives can afford a personal speech coach, but with BoldVoice, now the 1 billion non-native speakers can afford that same access and resource. 1 whole year on BoldVoice costs as much as 1 single session with a speech coach. And in just 2 years, we've surpassed 1 million users and over $2 million in ARR and have quickly become one of the most loved education apps. And the reason we've gotten here is because it works. 95% of our users tell us that they've seen improvement in their speech in only 3 months of training. And that's only in these very efficient 10-minute sessions through our bite-sized learning experience. And that's why, because of these outcomes, a lot of the leading companies in the world are choosing BoldVoice to upskill and train their team toward confident communication. But at the end of the day, it's all about the users and what they experience. So let's hear some of their success stories.
It really blew my mind to do the exercises, and I actually felt I was pronouncing better.
It helps me bring some focus on my English speaking every day.
This is exactly what I have been looking for.
I'm always fearful of listening my own voice because I know that I'm going to make so many mistakes, but now I'm not afraid of my own voice.
You have those videos that are excellent.
What you are teaching us in your app has not been taught in our schools.
BoldVoice has allowed me to be myself and to be different, but not because of my accent.
Building BoldVoice is our life's work. Both my co-founder and I are immigrants, and we're deeply passionate about solving this problem for other people like us to help them succeed through confident communication. We're also experts in tech and education with experiences at Harvard, McKinsey, and Section School. And at the end of the day, our mission is simple: to help the 1 billion non-native English speakers to speak with their boldest voice. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anada. Up next, we have Victoria Poo demoing Pace AI.
Okay, hi everyone. All right, so I'm Victoria. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Pace AI. And I want to start with a bit of a story. So when my father immigrated to the US in the early 1990s, he was an internationally trained professional. He had a master's degree in hardware electrical engineering from China. And guess what his first job in the US was? It was washing dishes in the back room of a restaurant. For how many of you is that a story that resonates either with you personally, with your family story, or with your students? No one? I can't, okay, there we go. Thank you, brave folks. But he was one of the lucky ones. In the US today, 60% of adult immigrants who don't have a post-secondary degree are unemployed or underemployed because not for a lack of technical skills. They might have been doctors, nurses, mechanics, operators, technicians in their home country, but because they lack that translation of their skills into English. And that is what we're solving for at Pace AI. We are bridging the gap between ESL for an adult immigrant and workforce training, career pathways, integrated education and training. So how do we do this and where are we? We partner with federally funded agencies, that is continuing education colleges, community college districts, and adult schools across the US to bridge that gap between ESL and IET to unlock economic opportunity for adult ESL learners. We have built a high engagement tool that is being used in these classes to augment a career workforce training course, to transform any content into these personalized ESL lessons that are tailored to different student levels with an end-to-end AI agent that adapts lessons as the student learns. And so in the video is not playing, but if the video were playing, what you would see is you can upload any content. That could be a career training manual, a PDF, and that would get transformed into personalized lessons and become interactive for the student. Why are we doing this? Well, today, the system is incredibly broken, where you need to have an advanced level of English before you can enroll in a career training program. 60% of these learners are not at that level. So they're being told, go spend 2 to 3 years in a foundational ESL class, come back where you're learning about hobbies and sports and all these things that are not relevant to an adult learner before you can enroll in this 3-month course that leads to a career that pays living wages. And so this is a little bit of some of the specifics. We won't have time for all of this, but this is how the AI agent brings that to life. So you can plug in this content. This is for an IT computer course on basics. and transform that text into listening comprehension, into dictionary definition lookups with translations. We have an AI feedback system that supports speaking and pronunciation and teaches to various skills-based competencies across writing and grammar, collocations, verb conjugations, speaking and pronunciation. And the AI, most importantly, generates these lessons in a way that is tailored and catered to each individual student's level with the real-time feedback on the context that matters. So the way this works is our AI agent sits on top of a knowledge graph that serves as a validation layer against what a traditional mainstream LLM would produce. And so this reduces hallucinations and keeps the lessons context relevant. Of course, also, we have an AI tutor that's embedded into the system that takes that content and teaches to it in a way that's level appropriate. So we always joke with our educators that ChatGPT is kind of like Chatty GPT. It's academic language. It's not made for a non-native speaker. This scaffolds it and brings that down to their level and also pinch hits in their native language as needed. So finally, of course, some of the learning outcomes we've seen: increased vocabulary built in context and confidence around communication. We're used in a lot of different contexts for IET. That's all I'm going to have time to show today, but we were at the AIR Show. Don't see us at booth B25. We're building to unlock economic opportunity for ESL learners, especially adults. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Victoria. Up next, we have Akshay Akash from Stimuler.
Hi, everyone. I hope I am audible. That's the Zoom call lingo, but yeah, I will start. So I'm Akshay. I'm founder and CEO of Stimuler. At Stimuler, we help more than 1 billion non-native speakers, English as a second language speakers to be specific, improve their conversational skills using AI, right? Now, there have been a lot of pitches tonight, but I have flown 24 hours from Bangalore to do this, so super excited for this to begin with. And before I go any further, Stimuler was the winner of Google Play's Best AI App of 2023 across India, Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand in our very first year last year. And you all, of course, love AI, right? So now that I have mentioned AI 3 times in the last 30 seconds, I think I've got your attention, so let's just go into our journey. And I'm going to do this in a very simple way. I'm going to start with where we all began, where it is right now, and what's next for us, so that you are very clear about it. So here's the movie, Our Journey. And hey, this is us. So I was in my 3rd year of college. This is me and Anis. And we are what we call as English as a second language speaker. Victoria described this very well. So it's not that we don't know the language or understand the language. I have read English textbooks all my life, right? But there's a difference between understanding a language and being able to express yourself in it. And this barrier is what's causing more than 1 billion English as a second language speakers lose out on career, job, and social opportunities. So we realized we have to solve this. And the first thing we saw was what's in the market, right? And of course, Duolingo is an awesome product, but Duolingo is for learning a new language. You want not to learn a language. If you want to do some serious speaking, like probably going into an interview or just going into your workplace conversations, you need something else. And of course, you might hire a personal speech coach, but personal speech coaches are very expensive, as BoldVoice rightly pointed out. So you need something else, and that's how the whole journey started. And the first step we did was we wanted to solve this through tech, so we got the all-star team, right? So I was a world championship debater. Anis was already working with products, so we got Ankit and Akshat in. Akshat has been, that is what you call a typical hackers in school, and Ankit has been working with AI long before it was cool. So yeah, we had this team and the problem to solve, so we started with the product. And when I talk about the product, one thing is very clear. What we realized is that the only way to improve on spoken English is by actually speaking it. You can't watch a course, watch someone else do it on YouTube, and believe that you can get better. The only way you can do that is by speaking yourself. And there goes the 3 fundamentals of your product. First, you speak. You can either speak with our AI bot, Sarah. You can also do a question answer session. You can do a scenario, like an elevator discussion. But you have to speak more English than you have ever done. Second, you get feedback. There's where the advantage comes up. We have a proprietary AI model which analyzes every single thing which can impact your speech perception, from vocabulary to pronunciation to fluency to filler words to awkward pauses to intonation to grammar, every single thing about your speech. And we make sure that it's worth it because the generative AI model comes up and it gives you exercises on the exact step you struggle in, exact area of your speech. right? So now that we had the product and team, we did everything what a third-year undergraduate student will do. We thought that we will post it on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. It will go viral, right? Fortunately, we were not terribly wrong. One of our Facebook posts went viral. We got 600 beta testers, which we then worked for the next 5 months, and we got some really cool feedback for it. Now we realized that, okay, now we have a decent product, which might somewhat work. Let's get some capital to grow it, right? So we got Lightspeed to fund us, which have been amazing consumer tech investors. We also get some awesome investors alongside. And of course, now it was time for growth. So from January 2023 to March 2024, we have grown from 15,000 users to over 1 million installs, right? That's more than 60x growth. And this has also been global, so our biggest geographies, our top 5 geographies are spread across 3 different continents. And we realized in December that, okay, we have a user base. Can we do the same trend in revenue? And so we started growing, right? In the last 3 months, our monthly revenue has grown up 12 times, and we really hope the chart is similar to what you saw before. And so this was the award I was talking about, super special, because very first year, it was also against ChatGPT and Character.ai, which of course sweep this award in other countries, so hopefully we can compete with them in those geographies also. And finally, this is all about what we have done so far, right? But we believe that the future of this language wrangling is being written today. And the future is a foundational multi-agent framework where you don't get experience of one teacher, but get experience of multiple teachers working together. And this is a very quick demo of what it can look like, right? So this is our bot, Sarah. You select a topic. And of course, all of this will be AI. All of this will be audio. We don't have that thanks to the demo. So you select a topic. You have a conversation. And while you're having this conversation, there are 25 trackers running in the background. So you speak a word, it's being detected. Your conversation doesn't get stopped. Your conversation keeps continuing. Your word is detected. If you make a pronunciation mistake, it is detected, and it is being solved. You are practicing pronunciation in your own accent. That's the most important thing we can talk about, right? And so yeah, that's all about us. We believe that the language learning future is being written today, and we want to write it from India for the world. We are here till tomorrow. See us all. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So to close out AI language learning, we have Sardar Sahin from Voys AI.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. And anyone hungry? Imagine you are standing in your kitchen surrounded by all these ingredients. Now, having all these ingredients doesn't mean you can actually cook something, right? Learning how to mix all these elements in the right order at the right time is what's important. And this is similar to the language learning journey. You may know all the vocabulary and grammar rules out there, but you may not be able to speak the language at all. And this is what's missing for the majority of the 1.4 billion people who are actively learning English. And let's see what options language learners have today. I'm sure you know these silly sentences from language learning apps. They are fun. But who uses them in a conversational setting anyway? And there are also language learning apps that rely on static video content. They are informative, but since they offer very limited interactivity, they are not as fun, and they are also not as adaptable for the age of AI. And on the other side, we see AI-based conversation apps, and they address a specific need, definitely. But the thing is, you need to know the language in advance in order to use these apps, because they don't provide any structured learning experience. So it's just a practice opportunity that they provide. Imagine, though, if there was an app that addresses all these missing points and even more. Meet Storymaster, an AI native language learning app made for all levels. And we bring it all together, so you get the learning, practice, and feedback at the same time in a flow that is highly connected. And let me show you how we do it. As an AI native company, we analyze terabytes of spoken language data to reveal how language works. And guess what? It works just like Lego. Do you know up to 80% of the spoken language consists of common word groups? When you learn how to speak English, actually you learn how to mix and match these word groups in a way that makes sense. And this approach, called lexical approach, is the basis upon which we built our methodology. And once you learn with this methodology, then you get to apply what you have learned in conversations with AI. And you apply them in real-world situations like ordering food, asking for directions, and so on. And once you learn and then practice what you have learned, then we provide you with a comprehensive feedback on your comprehension and grammar so that you'll know how to respond in the most natural way. And our feedback is quite contextual, so it understands what you really want to say in that given context. And we don't plug in AI to an existing app. At StirMaster, AI is at the core of our learning experience. For that, we collected thousands of hours of accented speech data to build a model specifically for language learners. And with this model, actually, we even pioneered the world's first syllable-based feedback technology, pronunciation feedback technology in a language learning app. And also, we don't create siloed AI experiences. Each AI conversation builds upon one another. And also, it acts like a Lego, in a sense. And this approach is being appreciated by our users. Since we launched a subscription model about 6 months ago, our product is growing 80% month over month, and the pace is still continuous. We've been getting incredible feedback from our users, and this is just the beginning for us. At StirMaster, we believe we are on a path to solve a real problem in language learning. And if you want to hear more, please come find us. Thank you very much for listening.